wanted to talk with you a little bit about another way to do some of the tapping. Surely, if you've been doing the tapping for very long, you've been in a situation where you really wished you could have tapped, but it might have been a little much to expect that you're going to start going like this, and going like this, and going like this, in certain situations, like a business meeting, at church, in a big crowded room. Now, I have tapped in some of those situations, but often what you want to do is excuse yourself and go do it somewhere else, but sometimes you can't even do that. So I have another way for you to kind of take the edge off and do some of the work in a more discreet fashion. Now, when I first started learning about tapping, there were a whole lot more techniques involved than just the spots that you've been tapping on with me. Some of those points were on our fingers. And since most everything gets resolved just using the other points, the finger points have pretty much gone away unless you're having some special circumstance. But I like them. One of the things that I learned very early on was that there's a spot on my thumb, and that spot on my thumb could take care of almost anything that some of the other spots would take care of. And so if I was in a pinch, I could just tap on my thumb and really feel the relief of tapping. So I wanted to teach you where those spots are. So what I'd like you to do is to take your right hand or left hand, doesn't matter, and put it thumb up. So it's like this, like as if you're going to shake somebody's hand. That'll line you up for all of the tapping spots you're going to need. So if you've got your thumb up, you can take your other hand and you're going to tap just at the base of your thumbnail, on that side of your thumb that's facing up. So you're going to tap there, and then you're just going to keep going. You're going to tap on your index finger, the same thing right at the base of the nail on the side of the finger that's up, on your middle finger. Now you skip the ring finger. It won't hurt you if you do it, but there's not a tapping point facing up right there on that finger that we use. But I'll just do it because it's easier to do it that way. And then I'm going to do my pinky finger. So you would just keep going, thumb, index, middle, pinky, until you're feeling better. Now you may say, well, that's pretty obvious too, and I don't know that I want to do that. Although you could do it way low, so you can't even see me doing it because I'm under the desk or under a table, so you could get away with it that. But there's some other ways to do it with your finger points too. Now it takes a little practice to get the thumb one, but if you take your index finger and wrap it over your thumb, you can tap on the side of your thumb. Then you can use your thumb to tap on the sides of each of your fingers. So, thumb, index finger, middle finger, pinky. Now, that doesn't look much more, if you hold it down, it doesn't look much more than fiddling around, just kind of nervous or, trying to stay awake in a meeting or something like that. So that can usually work. The other thing that can work, though, and we're just going to use my book as if it were a desk or a table. So imagine it's lower, of course. You can tap against the side of a hard surface. Now remember, you're not tapping hard, so this isn't going to make noise that would be disruptive in another situation. But you can tap on the side, and remember, it's the side that you would be if your thumb was up. And you're just going to tap repetitively here. And usually for me, this brings enough relief that I can go on and do whatever I need to do during my day. Now, let's say that you're at an intensity of 5 or 6 because you need to give a presentation, and you do some of that tapping, and you get your intensity down to 2, 3, which is low enough usually to do whatever it is you have to do. Please remember to go back later in the evening when you're home and doing your nighttime tapping where you run through your day and go through all of those feelings you had in that situation and do the traditional tapping so that you can clear all of that anxiety or anger, frustration, embarrassment, whatever it was that was coming up from your energy system, and not even store it so that you don't have to have your body deal with it the next day. So remember, next time you're in a pinch, consider the finger points. Until next time, happy tapping!